head right now. You are the place, my only hope. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, repeat over and over again. I'm barely breathing and breathing to the ground, but each and every time we all stand up. Stop lying to yourself and be true to yourself, and that might be we both can exceed destiny. So let's shout it out. You will feel alone, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, repeat over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to feel your hand right now. You are the place, my only hope. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the souls that we're together. Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to the tomorrow. Don't hold back and let it be. You give me strength and give me pain. To take the darkness, let's fall yeah, on it up. Sparks just like Hibana. Come, light up like Hibana.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Glacial Spear. You got this. Evil.
I'm on.
Thunder Field. Freeze Blazer. Raging Cascade.
Double Demon Fang.
Flash. It's a duel of the arts. Dancing Flame. Reload.
We got flyers.
I've got. Leave the enemy's arm for me.
Milk all yours. Here.
I never miss.
Here I come. Severing Wing. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Eat this.
Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to...
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! Back into the... I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
No choice. Ignite! Swallow
Freak
dance!
now! Not in your dreams! Here's evil!
Go away! Severing Wind!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Prepare to be seized! I can carve through armor!
Glacial Spear! Here it goes! I never miss!
It's over!
Alright, it's
Leave the ensnaring.
Yeah! And tumbling me! Take! Blow them away!
Radiant
My
Light!
turn!
Here!
Strike! Win! Watch this! You're mine! Eagle Prime! Start up!
Do it!
Rising
Here!
Falcon!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! First strike! Can't get out of
Supernova!
this!
Dance in the wind! By the power Seal!
Front!
I'll do
Try
the
this! Infernal Torrent!
surrounding us!
It's over!
The enemy feels ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
It's over! Take this! Armor won't save you! You're finished! I'm on it! Now I'm sorry to be body.
We've all got enough of it.
Yes, ma'am! Eagle Prime! You're finished! You hear it now! Ignite! These sticks have got your name on them! You're mine! Glimmer Dragon! Rollerblade!
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Let the marksman handle this. I never miss. Lightning orb. Lunar corruption. Radiant cascade. Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Right. Next one.
Already on!
Nothing gets by me.
What a relief! Focus!
Raging storm.
Let's refrain from losing. And thus our strength yet grows.
What's this thing? Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Here.
Take this!
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade!
It's over!
Lunar Corruption!
Come on!
Unholy Wall!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
Unbelievable!
You mean he even surpasses a lord? I never miss!
First try!
One at a time!
Show me your strength.
Shield!
Come on, Demon Fang!
Lightning control! Shield!
Can't get out of this!
I'm on it! Race! In cascade!
Enjoy.
I'm only getting started!
Take this.
Here's a healing arm! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
Here.
Resuscitation! Supernova! Rage cascade! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Wind! Eagle, come on a roll
Take this.
now! Rising
Raging storm!
You're finished!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen,
Shion!
thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
a light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey. Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Dahnans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Dahnan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Dahnans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Dahnans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Dahnans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shiona's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just... What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
Ha! We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there. I wonder if something happened.
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey,
Yeah!
good.
All right!
There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes. What?
What?
I don't believe this.
All right?
Sure.
Really now.
Yes. What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point, they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the Guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle? Go no further!
Pieces! Attack time!
Lightning Blast!
Ready to go!
Thunder Blade!
Mega Ray! Swallow Dance! Double Demon
These ones
Blade!
can run rings around us!
It's over! Watch this! Slash! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Blade!
Prepare to be sealed, oh beautiful.
There you are!
Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk it! More doing!
Here I come!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
All right!
Double Demon Blade! Big Blast!
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, then use the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing my move! No backing down!
There!
You're mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
They're surrounding us! This one's mine!
Take this!
Raging Cascade!
Airborne beam!
Dance to the wind! Here! Art expert coming through!
We got fire!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Certainly not bad. No complaints here.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Gotta break through! You're mine! I'll smash you! Hollow Dance! Never flagging! I'm on a roll now! Hey!
I only get it! This one's mine!
You're finished!
This will come in handy! Mega Ray!
Not today!
By the power of one!
We've been snelling to me.
Yeah!
In a vine, totally up to me! It's over!
We got the advantage.
Good. Now we just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Raw's on it.
Raging Cascade!
Take this! It's over!
Eat this!
Radiant Pierce!
Denied!
Lightning!
Your mother!
Dragon Shell!
Severing Wing!
Fury! Burning Dance in the
Lightning
Wind!
Falcon!
Healing
Dance
Rush!
Bang!
This is Great Laser!
Your mother!
Do it! Lightning Orb!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I won't forgive you!
Take this! Double Demon
Now
Bang!
you see what I can do!
Light
It's
Astral
open.
Energy! Rage Art
Take this!
Expert coming
Eat
through!
this!
Right!
Talon Field! Radiant Pierce!
Now I'm real mad!
Don't mind if I do!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
So much for sitting this.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! One deadly strike, just as ordered. They got me flanked!
Not today!
Dragon Shell!
You're mine!
Where are you going? I will shoot you with your red heart! Fury! Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done! Radiant Flash!
You're finished!
Radiant Flash!
Just getting started!
Here I come!
Shattering
Now!
Here I come!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Man, I'm famished.
There!
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves no matter what.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? That unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Firemaster core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Firemaster Core within her body. Something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that Lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Dahnan bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
What a rush!
Little help! Where are you going? You're mine!
Smash it! It's a cool break! Time to get out of the way!
Fury!
Burn! Old-fashioned near defense!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Here I go.
Damn it!
Evil side! You're on a roll now!
Do they not teach you to say thank you in Dahnan?
Look sharp! Lightning Thunder Blade! That training's paying off!
It's over! Roll now!
You're mine!
Glacial spear.
You're mine!
Here's evil.
Dragon shout!
Severing
Anything in
Wing!
armor is all mine!
Rising
Lightning
Falcon!
supernova.
It's over!
I'll smash you! What's
Raging
this?
cascade. Healing circle.
Thanks!
Eagle assault!
Did you just heal me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right. Ignite!
Magic is down. Radiant freeze.
Do it! Ready to go! Shion!
Get toasty.
Bird strike!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Flying freaks! Why can't they just...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning
No!
is that on my watch!
Here I come! No further!
Burning! Here's evil! Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here!
Here's the raging here!
Double Demon Fang!
Now!
Totally! In an instant!
Impact block!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
You picked the wrong fight!
First strike! Good work! More from the outside!
No escape!
Lunar correction! Your highest is over!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
It's over! Its armor's too strong!
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest! It's over!
Ready to go! Raging Falcon!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
No escape!
Overrun!
I'm on a roll now!
Thunder Blade!
This one's all mine!
Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang!
The sky is mine!
You're done!
Do it!
Far enough!
Here I come!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Barely a blip on our radar.
What's this thing?
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late.
pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
No armor can stop me! Remind me to stay on your good side.
Win! I'll smash you!
Do it! Shion, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Radiant
Now! You're mine! Rising Falcon! Double Demon Fang!
Now!
More! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now!
It's in the sky, it's mine!
Strata!
Radiant! Do it!
I'm just getting blow them away!
Ready to go!
Severing Wind! Rising Falcon!
I'm all stocked up! Annihilation!
Talon Hurricane! Check out these biceps. Pretty glorious, right?
Why are guys so obsessed with their muscles?
Because these puppies have yet to let me down.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renings? That's a scary thought.
Healing art!
Throbs in pain.
First aid!
I'm on! Here I come!
Lightning
Double
command!
Demon Fang! Win!
Searing flame!
How about this?
Reload!
Soaring Light Spear!
Here now! I'm all for the race!
Okay!
Karma through armor!
It's got fires!
I've got it! Let us learn! We'll soon see about that! Do it! Xion, astral energy! Full throttle! Certainly not bad. No complaints here.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. This one's mine.
You're finished!
That frickin' does it! I hope this thing here is on
You're mine.
frickin' does it!
Here I come! It's
I'll
over!
tear you apart!
No further! Its armor's too strong!
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Lightning
Double
orb!
Demon Fang! Win!
In the wind!
Here I
Wait
come!
now.
Rising Falcon!
Get on it. Do it. Back into the fray.
Here I come!
I'm on it!
Severing Wind! Stardust!
Raging sword. Banana.
You're finished!
Searing flame. Reload.
Now I'm real mad!
Will this help?
Whirlwind snap!
You're mine!
Healing circle.
Severing Wind!
Into the fray.
Take this!
Now.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Let me help.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Will this help?
First strike! Talon
Severing
Hurricane!
Wind!
Do it.
Glimmer
Kisara!
Flame!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Eat this! I'll tear you apart! I'm like bait to them!
This one's all mine!
job for yours truly!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Take this!
Where are you going? That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Rising Falcon!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Smash you! Here I come!
Do it!
Blow them away! My turn!
Annihilation! Can't throw!
Ignite!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Don't believe!
All yours, Kisara. The heavens must be smiling. By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Dahnan ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already! This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious? This will be a delicious piece of cake! Nothing gets raging Captain Florida! Here's a healing art! I'm on a roll now! Raging Cascade!
You're finished!
Lunar Corruption!
I'll tear you hold nothing back! Prepare to be back in here to fetch you!
Glad you have your uses.
Yeah! Coming through!
Keeps charging!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it, Scarlet! I'll leave it to you! Come one, come all! It's over!
This one's mine! Raging Cascade!
We are freaking invincible!
Dalton and the others truly are strong! What about me?
Not today!
I'll heal you all!
Double demon fang!
Healing
Take this!
circle!
Now it's finally...
Smash you! I'm just getting started!
Do it! I can handle it!
Denied! What's this? You're finished!
Air Thrust! Light Astral Energy!
Rollerblade! I'm not done!
Now!
Take this!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Looks like we won.
no further!
Take it! Into the shadow! This one's all mine! Raging storm!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
You shouldn't have messed
Charge
with me!
like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'm ready!
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Raging storm!
Do it! Double Demon!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done! Lunar Flare on my watch! Lavender field!
Rising Falcon!
Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Don't get complacent.
No backing down!
This one's mine!
Double Demon Fang! Win!
Far enough!
Take this! Rising Falcon! Double Demon Fang!
Raging Cascade!
Got fire!
I've got to keep the enemy's arc to me!
No point here! I can carve through
No
armor!
escape!
There with the others!
I'll take you all on!
Take this!
My turn! My turn! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn! Take this!
Roll now!
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back! I'll trim it up.
Do it!
It's over! Remember!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done!
Take this! Win!
Do it!
The heavens must be smiling. And thus our strength yet grows.
No further!
You're mine!
They're coming! Face me!
Armixer coming through!
Just getting started! Rolling snap!
Here I come! You're mine!
Ready to go!
Flying freeze! What can they
Stop its tongue!
Thanks,
Shion,
Kisara!
can you take care of them?
No sooner said than
Back
done!
in there to defend!
Glad you have your You'll soon see about that!
Why'd you human?
To stop you dying?
I can carve through armor!
Wind! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn! Lewis, Eat this!
Talon Hurricane! Watch it!
Take this!
Talon Hurricane!
Here
I come!
That's the dream!
Will this help? Can't get out of this!
Double Demon Fang!
Thank you. With astral energy!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
My turn! Take this!
We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are strong!
What about me?
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done!
Back into the fray!
Double Demon Fang!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
I need something to eat.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Nothing gets by me!
Lunar corruption!
There you are! I'll finish you to the demon fang!
Where are you going?
Eat double demon!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Leave me ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And totally can't get out of this!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop
In
it.
here! Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No complaints here!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
I owe you one.
I'll smash you!
You're mine!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that!
Prepare to be sealed, though, please, of course. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk some more dirt!
Nothing gets by me!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant!
Impact block!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Hi, Hoodle!
Where are you going?
You're finished! Take this! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
Sliver Dragon!
Here I come!
I'll back in their defense!
Glad you have your uses!
Come and face me!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! It's over!
I can't heal you forever!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
I'll smash you!
Light extra energy! Healing circle!
That's
Here!
Here I come!
Hey, now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Swallow blade!
Eat this! I'll run you through! Do it! Shion!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
Not a chance!
Already on!
Escape!
No further!
Severing wind!
There! Light extra dance in the wind!
Nothing gets by me!
What's this?
Lord
Do
of the
it!
Sky Pile!
Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away!
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
Finally, some open space again.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Dahnan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dahna to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dahna had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
You go ahead and sleep. I'm going to grab another bite to eat first. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Dispose of the trash.
When did I get so popular?
Ready and rare!
Not on my watch!
You're mine!
Freeze laser!
Here I come!
Armor won't save you!
You're finished!
Do it! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
First strike! You're mine!
Whoa!
Double Demon Fang!
Demon Fang!
Eat this!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Too fast!
Stand down!
I'll trip it up. You're finished!
Talon We're on a roll now!
Now!
Here I
Ridwell! Astral energy! Full throttle!
You're mine! It's over!
Hard Hurricane!
This time!
Rip and tear!
Now! Long! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Didn't even break a sweat.
What's this thing? I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Right, here goes! You're mine!
Talon Hurricane!
Burn in hell!
Dance in the wind!
Take this! Rip and
I
tear!
need help!
I'm on a roll
Double
now!
Demon Fang!
Lightning and healing!
Severing Wind! I owe you one!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Save you!
Take this!
Dance in the wind!
Double Demon
And
Fang!
here's Lancer! Expert coming through!
Swallow Blade!
All good things come to an end.
Annihilation!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Severing Wind!
Light Burst 4!
Radiant Genesis!
Now! You're mine!
I need to be stronger.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! It's over! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Prepare to be cool! Swallow Blade! Try this! First strike! And first
We got the advantage.
Good.
Mine!
Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause law's on.
Double Demon Fang! Win!
Sweet now!
Rising Falcon!
Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Glacial
No!
Spear!
Take
Beyond
it!
evil!
That's enough!
Raging Storm! Hard Blazer!
Double Demon Fang!
Do it! Did you hear it? Hey! Blow them away!
I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Guess I misread the landing.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
You're mine! Now I'm in blue! Stunner! You're mine! It's over!
Healing circle!
Rising Falcon!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wasn't
You're fired!
I've got it! Let us go! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that
You're
vein.
mine!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Now!
Wind level! Light burst force!
Radiant Genesis!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
An opponent like this should be easy.
Hear me! Live in your dreams!
Double Demon Fang! Eat
Raise your shield!
Carve through armor.
Double denied!
In a bind.
It's on!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
You got
My
company!
All back in there to fetch.
Rising Falcon!
Glad you have your uses! Thanks, Kisara!
Rise now!
By the power of water!
You're mine!
Here and now! Raging storm!
Take this! Stardust! It's over!
Lightning
You're
control!
on!
Do it! That frickin' does it!
Annihilation! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
I'll heal you all!
Not a chance!
I'll tear you
Double
apart!
Demon Fang!
Take that!
You're mine!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Mahag Sar. A land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
What should I make tomorrow?
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now. You finally made it. We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now!
Great! I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what? You finally made it.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
You finally made it.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danon Owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danon Owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alfred and Shion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
Okay, off we go.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.